I'm trying to continue from before. Sorry, I got a phone call and I had to take it. So what was I saying? Something about God going like, what the fuck are these people doing, man? I mean, what makes them think that anything like what they're running right now as a civilization um, is long lasting? Even long enough to last to you get to your advanced stage of being where you're like these light beings that don't use money. And to be, you think it's going to take money to take you there? No. Money is going to take you the opposite way. Get it? And then you'll never reach there. And then after a while, like it's just like when if a child is in first grade and he's in there for like 5, 6, 7, maybe 10 years in first grade, never graduates. There's no really hope of keeping him in the school. Right? It's a little more harsh on the level of being human and having souls experience things through your physical being. Okay, we're spiritual beings having a human experience. Right? Spiritual beings having we're not human beings trying to figure out what spirituality is. We're human beings. We're spiritual beings having human. So if you remember that point, you'll look around and say that, well, why are we doing it this way? Yeah. I mean, there's no reason to have a monetary system other than to support a system that is controlled and manipulated by a wealth class that is the same as slavery. We're living in a society that's based on slavery. That's it. If equality isn't the number one goal of the society, then slavery. It's the fault of slavery. Get it? Nothing else is equality other than equality. There's no equality in slavery. Yeah, maybe you're equal slaves and you're equal middle class and you're equal wealth class. That's about it. That doesn't count. No, it doesn't count. So I'm not really sure. You how far that's going to take you, but as far as I've been told, it's not very far. I imagine how much longer it is. So, and it just again, it makes no sense. How do you look into your society, right, and say, okay, we did this, and I want to become rich. So my whole goal is becoming rich enough to own all that stuff. Maybe not the really big ones, but at least enough as like Puffy or something. How do you justify that as a purpose in your existence? Right? Come on, everything has a fucking purpose. The cell of your body has a purpose being a cell. Don't you think you have a purpose in this existence? And what's stopping that purpose? The wealth class that wants you not to know what that purpose is. Why? Because then you'll walk away from their system of slavery. See, if wealth class didn't have any slaves, then they couldn't be slave masters, right? I'm sorry. If the wealth class didn't have poverty, then they couldn't be wealth, right? Because there's no wealth without poverty, right? Poverty is created by wealth. Wealth creates poverty. So without wealth, there'd be no poverty, because without wealth, we would all be equal. And that might not be good for the wealth class, but everybody else, equality is probably the best way to go. Maybe you're lucky you're in the upper middle class right now, but that can be all taken away from you at any point, right? The wealth class is the only people that they know. They know they have enough cushions around them to make sure that if anything comes, except for the fact that if the entire population of this planet turned around and just minus 2,000, turned around and walked away from the use of money in any way, shape, or form, then they would be powerless. And their value, which they value themselves as being such a high standards and high, would be non-existent. So their value would be the same as everybody else's, right? Which is priceless in the eyes of the Creator. So, I'm not sure how else I can put that. If anybody out there is looking at me going, "Oh, you drug addict, you're crazy," all these stupid ideas about equality, that just doesn't make no sense. Okay, you're the problem. Whatever the mind can conceive, the will can achieve. One of intent, sustained action, and my version of it has medicinal plants. Either or. Tell me about what I just said is wrong. You guys like pointing fingers and saying, "Oh, look what he has on the table. Oh, look what he has behind him." So you guys look at everything around and not listen to the words. But do you think these words come from somebody that's crazy? Really? Then you're the problem. See, I remember being in a psychologist's office, right? That they forced me to go to because of something. I don't remember what it was. It was one of these plant medicine arrests, and hold on a second, I got some drink. Excuse me. So I don't remember exactly about what I was saying, but because it wasn't me talking, it was one of them. So I'm gonna have to lay back and let them continue. So all these plant medicine arrests and convictions that I've had to go through in my life were all pretty much caused by my money, right? Because one way or the other, either they wanted to fine me for something that I did, or I had to go somewhere dangerous where I got arrested to get something that I should be able to get, right next to the aspirin and I don't know, whatever else you deem is okay to use. The only reason that these things are illegal is because at their root, they bring people back to their tribal past, which they've slaughtered and trying to wash away. Oh, it's nice that your past is mine, but right now you're an American citizen. You see, and with cutting away those controlled, dangerous substances, then you lack the connection that you need to understand what you are. So instead, they tell you what you are. They tell you what to take. They tell you when to get sick. They tell you when to die. It's easy as that for them, because they control everything. Everybody that's pointed the finger at me for the use of any plant medicine, I want to again stress the point that the reason that any of these things you consider dangerous is because they are illegal, right? Because they're illegal, right? They're not controlled. That means that anyone could be taking anything that anybody puts in there, and including something that's going to kill them. Right? If not, there would be control. And in a sense, there would be a shop to, if you walk into a place, walk out of a place, you die because of what you walk in there, the shop is going to get, investigated. In this case, you could have got it from anybody. So number one, their illegality makes them dangerous. And then in that case, you don't blame the plant, right? You don't even blame the substance, right? You blame, right, the governments and the world class, right? That make them control, because I guarantee you, anybody in the world class can do any of these things and never feel any kind of punishment. I mean, once in a while, Elon Musk gets arrested for taking E's at a rave, but that's it. He has lawyers get him out and say, he didn't get charged with a felony. Right? The reason they're illegal is because they want to cut you away from what you were. They're no more dangerous than just about anything out there. Why don't they make coffee illegal? Why don't they make alcohol completely illegal again? Since more deaths come from alcohol-related injuries and accidents than any other one. You ever seen anybody go through alcohol with poisoning? Oh my God! If they don't have a little bit in them when they start going, they'll die from seizures. That's not enough to make it illegal, or at least why don't you throw a whole bunch of people in jail that sell it and buy it? No, you're not going to do that. Why? Because the government is mostly made up of people that consume alcohol, right? And the ones that do the other stuff, they just do it hush hush. It's okay for us, me and you. We can do it. We just make sure the other people that we'll get them arrested for it, but we can just do it. I will repeat again. I sniffed coke with President Clinton's brother, Roger Clinton, and smoked a joint with him when I was 17 fucking years old in New York City, Chelsea, at my friend's apartment. Do you understand? I want to repeat it again. I did cocaine, sniffed it with your president, your ex-president's brother, right? Right? Who happened to be a person in Arkansas that somebody was selling to, right? So somebody was selling to large amounts. A friend of mine in Columbia, if I'm not, large amounts. And he was distributing cocaine through most of Arkansas in the 80s, and a big distributor. He was Roger Clinton, right? Clinton's brother. You don't believe that? Go find the story about it. Oh, you can't. You know why? Because they washed him away from everybody else got kind of in trouble. My friend got 2 years in jail, but everybody else got kind of like a slap on the wrist. And but Clinton story. He walked in there with curly hair and shorts and, hey, dude, what's going on? You see how hypocritical you fucking are? Go point your finger at him. Oh, but that was a long time ago. Now he's clean. Yeah, you sure about that? Or is he just telling you that? Roger Clinton, Bill Clinton's brother, okay? And he's okay because he's got wealth and he's got money and he's got a ex-president backing him and every one of their friends. So they'll quiet that down. You see how hypocritical your justice system is? Your laws, they're made for the rich. That's it. Protecting money and the rich from the poor. That's all it is. The poor from poor. It's like, whoever comes to life, go to the civil court. So, next time you point your finger at me, do me a favor. I want you to take the finger, right? Take the finger, go on Google, type in Roger Clinton, take that finger and stick it up his ass. And don't you ever point your finger at me again. And you get the fuck away from me. Thank you. Because your judgment is what is wrong with this society. Yeah? It's the same judgment that, let's say, the Salem witch hunters had against the Salem witches, right? The same thing. It's the same persecution of human beings. Except we don't get burned on the cross, right? Or we don't get burned or hung. We just stick in a cage. And then pay lots and lots of fines. And go to community services for things that we deem is fine and you deem illegal. So, again, I want to repeat. If you're listening to this and you're upset about the things I'm saying, then go away because you're the problem, you see. Your brain doesn't get, your brain can't expand large enough to understand what the fuck you're doing to other human beings. If you happen to understand this and agree with me, do me a favor, go spread it around. Spread it around before you guys are basically done. Because everything that you do to yourselves, you do to every other human being, it's like the cells of your body attacking the other cells of your body, right? So say the cells of your leg decide to take the cells of your foot and stick them in a cage because they weren't doing the right thing. You think if there's a God or creator up there that created you, that's what they want you to do? No, it's not. So I suggest you think twice about doing that anyway. And again, you point your finger at me. Where that woman that put in that big in bold letters cocaine? Yeah, it's the stuff that was in Coca-Cola before they made it illegal. Actually, I wouldn't mind trying it in Coca-Cola, see how it tasted. Probably better than caffeine. It's probably healthier than caffeine too. Because caffeine, caffeine, I'm not even sure where they get the caffeine. It could be like synthetically made, but at least the coca plant that comes out of the ground. And I want to repeat. I don't drink. I don't go to strip joints and spend a whole shitload of money with the cocaine in one hand and the alcohol in the other. That's what you stupid people do. I'm a shaman, and I've used it traditionally in my past lives for rituals and to connect to other dimensions and my spirit guides. Right? You don't believe that? Then go fuck yourself. Right? Why are you getting it in the street for? It's just crack. It's the only way I can get it, and I'll purify it if I need to. If not, I'll find the people that are actually selling, what is more pure. Whatever it is, it's none of your fucking business. Oh, this is the list of all the things that are in it. Yeah, it's because it's illegal. Everything you point out as being a problem with any illegal substance, the problem is it's illegality. Because it's illegal, it's put into the criminal hands. They can do anything they want to fucking do with it. And then the police, and the other side, the government side, they just wait until they make a lot of money, and then they fucking raid them, take all their money, and then get new suits, get new guns, and get new equipment for the DEA, FBI, and CIA. You fucking hypocrites. And that's because it's all, and then you're wasting your time back and forth, putting these people in cages and charging them, and then killing for all that murder. Every people that's dying for drug-related drug war things, it's all because of money. And it's because you made the thing illegal, so then they can make a lot of money on it. So then you made money so important in this life that everything they do is gonna what? Is gonna try to take money away from you. You know, and that's why there's no trusting anyone in the society. That's not anybody that's in charge that quotes money, ha on this side. Anybody that fucking uses money, period, in this life is basically damned to hell. Because that's what you're being trained for. Because there ain't no money in any heaven if you believe it's a heaven and hell. If the other side, if you believe the reincarnation side, man, you better start learning quick because you're stuck here a very long fucking time. How long has money been taken over? That's how long you've been reincarnating back here as a slave to them. That's the story. You guys don't want to believe me, and these are the things that I know for a fact. Not even like I have these written down. I open up, all of a sudden this entity right now coming through me and saying this, they're coming through me asking you to please change it now, or you fucking guys are fucked. If you keep this going, you will follow hell. You will follow basically, what is it? You will follow, right, money into hell, which is where you're going. And I'm no religious freak. I don't believe Jesus is going to come down and save the world. I'm just telling you that the hell that is described in the book, and the things like the apocalypse, and the things like even like what is that? The Noah and the ark and all that shit. That was didn't happen back then. There were warnings of what's going to happen now, and these are all warnings of what is going to happen now, based on your own stupidity and your own lack of understanding. That you're wasting your fucking time. You've cut yourselves away from what the planet is. It's like you used to know how to ride a horse. All of a sudden, now it's only like a mechanical thing. And you keep on hitting up back and forth. Hurry up, horse, hurry up. And you don't appreciate the animal. I don't ride horse. I ride a couple times in my life, but people that ride them say you have to actually you don't hit the horse. You have to be friends with the horse, and they'll let you ride him. After a while, Mother Earth is going to wipe you the fuck off imagine if you took a horse and started drilling for its blood as it's growing, and then you started you're cutting pieces off and then selling it to people as it's growing. What do you think it's going to do after a while? After the first drilling of blood, it's going to fucking wipe. It's going to put the first needle inside. That's a horse. Mother Earth is a much more advanced organism than any of you, much as a horse. What do you think she's going to do when she's had enough of you? And how long is it going to take, you think, for it to be enough of you? She's telling me, and he's telling me, not too long. These videos seem to not even touch people when I do this, because it's not me saying this. It's whatever entity just talk to me. That could have been Mother Earth saying that to myself, And it doesn't really matter because it's the truth. That's right. And it's everything that you do. It's actually everything, the opposite of everything you do. So I'll tell you, watch kids, wait. So if you have, okay. So if you're doing, what's right, is exactly the opposite of everything you're doing as a civilization. Your civilization must be, anyone? Yeah, raise your hands. Anyone? Fucking wrong, man. You're lucky you survived this long, and this is only for the graces of Mother Earth allowing you to see if they're going to change before the time is up. She's shifting in 2020. She's shifting in 2025. That's 25,000 years. Worth of 26,000 years of all of a sudden she's going to go interact, and things are going to happen internally that are going to shift this planet into a different phase. You guys aren't ready for it, and you know what? There's nothing we can do to stop it. I'm trying. Have a good night, people. I'm trying.